Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Third Eye Three Guy podcast. And today we'll be talking about marriage. Um, marriage is trash. Women are trash. All girls are the same.
Everybody's frozen
End of
for me. That's
podcast.
cool.
No,
I didn't wait. I didn't freeze that.
And podcast.
end podcast.
Short throat.
I froze.
I don't know. I wanted to talk about marriage because, like, okay, look at how many people our age are like not getting married anymore.
You said what?
Good thing. But like, look at how many people our age are like against marriage. Like, I'm gonna look up some tips.
I don't really think they're against marriage. I think it's a lot of things.
I think they're against the like the government being involved in relationships.
Mm.
That-
I mean,
that's,
yeah,
uh,
it's not romantic.
No, I definitely agree though. I feel like a lot of people like our age definitely like deny. Like I feel like everyone's like, I'm not ever getting married. I feel like it's. I mean, maybe it's just people around me, but I definitely feel like I know a lot of people that have that like ideology.
Hmm.
The median age at first marriage is now 27 for women and 29 for men, up from 20 for women and 23 for men in 1960. Wow.
Like you resay that, I didn't hear it.
Okay. In 2020, the median age at first marriage is now 27 for women and 29 for men, up from 20 for women and 23 for men in 1960.
Jeez,
Which
27.
obviously makes sense. I feel like our generation, we had more of like a push to like get yourself figured out before you get into a committed relationship. You want all your shit figured out, like you want to have everything set. But you know, but that's how we were raised, I guess, to more focus on ourselves.
I can also maybe I don't know if like they had like a big factor, but I feel like also like a lot of back then there was like obviously a lot more like wars going on, more people were getting actually like drafted back then. So maybe
Mhm.
that also have like that could have like a small impact on them as that part. I would guess
Hmm.
No, yeah, I'd imagine.
just because people going off to the army, like people just like life short back then. You get bombed like every other day, so
And they didn't have Tinder back then, so you know.
Tinder's actually trash. Like
That's a big part. Tinder's really
Yeah, I
important.
definitely feel like dating apps are like a part of that.
part of what not getting over.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
Because it's so easy for everybody to get laid.
Yeah, it's so easy just to go out and get a nut off instead of being in a committed relationship and having the drama of another person involved in your life.
Even if you're a dude, like it's.
Okay, that's not true. It's a little harder for a dude, but
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
I guess I don't know, but I feel like.
you're in an actual relationship.
No, but I feel like that, like, definitely, like, social media definitely has, like, a big play in that just because people don't really, like, acknowledge their feelings as much as they used to. Because, like, you're, like, you have such, like, artificial communication that, like, if you probably don't even have a chance to really even get that, like, real marriage kind of relationship that often because, like,
Mhm.
you're artificially talking to people, like, constantly. So you never get that real connection, I feel like.
Mhm.
What was it?
I don't know, like people be go with all these DMs and all this other bullshit. I feel like you don't really like. It's kind of hard to get that connection, like genuinely. It doesn't happen as much when we had to like back in the day. The people had to go out, had to like to talk to people. They had to like meet.
Also, I noticed a lot of men are against marriage more than women, like because obviously divorce courts are set up to favor women, but and that's mainly just because of lawyers. Like lawyers get so much money out of divorces, it's ridiculous.
I think the divorce rate's like isn't it like close like 50%?
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. That's so crazy.
Yeah. What would be the point? Okay, what's the point of even getting in a relationship if your odds are 50% that this is gonna fucking end and you're gonna lose half your money or more?
Is it 50%?
It's close.
Yeah, it's like
Dude,
49,
honestly, man,
50.
I think a lot of the reason the number's so high is because there's a lot of dumb fucking people getting married.
Yeah,
I,
they
I
pollute the statistics, but
no, I
imagine
definitely
how many people do you know that are already like having kids or married out of high school or like
we definitely I
couple.
definitely know like a handful.
There's a handful, yeah, but and honestly, I mean, I don't care if they fucking see this, but it's honestly a lot of dumbass people, and then that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a shit ton of dumb people who are contributing to
To
that
those statistics. Like,
statistics. Yeah.
it ruins it for anybody that's trying to have a genuine like growth in a relationship, because I mean, again, why would you get into something like that when the statistics and the odds are rigged against you? Like, you see that and you're like, yeah, fuck that, I'm gonna stay single. Why would I want to date anybody?
Well, it's not the dating statistic. It's like the marriage statistic.
Well, I know, but like, you don't want to, why would you date unless you're trying to get married? Like,
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying, but I feel like there's the reason why people get married, like ultimately, is just for like when you get later in life, you get so over being like meeting a new person, talking to a new person. So like your ultimate goal is to like have someone that you like grow with and like have forever. Like that's just the whole thing. So you're not like so you have some security and you can like just do things together. And
yeah, the security is that like when you get in arguments and they're like, oh, I'm gonna leave, you could be like, no, you can't, because we're fucking married. So
or you have
ha-
kids.
like that's kind of a good thing though. Like, if you weren't married and every argument you got into, you were like, I'm gonna leave, you wouldn't, like, you would have nobody calling you out on your bullshit. You wouldn't figure out what your bullshit is, and you just walk away every time something gets hard. So obviously marriage helps with that, because hey, you're fucking stuck, or else you lose half your money. But
You know,
You could.
Um,
I mean, yeah, unless you do a prenup.
yeah,
but-
but you know, you definitely don't have to lose half your money every time.
Mhm.
But
And honestly,
like-
Jeff Bezos was like, I mean, he was cheating on his wife, so it's pretty understandable.
yeah, she should have left his ass a long time ago.
Yeah. And you know the reason they found out was because it was a Saudi prince that hacked his phone.
what?
Yeah, that's how they found out.
Hmm.
Yeah, don't
What-
fuck with the Saudi
Would
princes.
there ever be like a want for marriage but without the paperwork from the government? Do you think? Like people love the ceremony and stuff. Like obviously like people enjoy that part of it and wearing a ring. But like what's stopping people from just doing that and then not having the government involved in all of your shit?
I mean, my parents pretty much did that for like 15 years. Or not 15, but like a long time.
How long have your parents?
Since let's say for like 20, I'm gonna say 23 years. But they didn't get married until I was like,
Up is because I was at I got my watch fixed, a new battery, and I was looking at like wedding rings, and this lady was talking to me, and then she offered me a job there, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not selling wedding rings to couples. That sounds fucking yeah.
would that make money? I feel like that's like a job that would make you some money.
You have to have money to wear a fucking suit to work every day.
Oh, true.
And I don't want to watch happy couples get married when I'm fucking all alone. Like, no, I'm good.
Maybe it's just fine.
Yeah, it is kind of a sleazy job.
Sleazy.
Yeah.
I mean, your whole goal is just to make people like overpay for like their like marriage thing. Even though like obviously it's not like about like the price tag.
Hmm.
But it is when you're selling it. So.
Well, yeah, I know. But I feel like at least if you have like a non-materialistic like partner, they shouldn't like. Obviously, everyone wants like a nice ring, but like you don't need some like boulder like on your wrist. Like
I don't even get the point of engagement rings, right? You buy the super expensive ring, but then you just take it off for a plain simple band. Like what?
what do you
What's the
mean?
point of that?
People-
Like don't.
Sure.
You buy like a fancy big diamond ring for the engagement ring, and then after you're married, you take that off and you put a simple band on, right?
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
My grandma wears her wedding ring. What do you-
Oh, is that? I thought you wear both.
yeah, you wear both. What are you talking
The
about?
thing I learned.
Yeah, no, my mom. Why would you pay like 10 grand for a ring and then like throw it away? Like there's no that's not how it works.
I thought you just didn't wear it. I don't know. I thought that was not something you just wore around like a giant
No, I-
diamond. Like you just don't
How it
rock
works
that every
is you propose with a girl with like a ring,
Mhm.
and then after you guys get married, you get a wedding band that goes like on top of the ring pretty much or behind it. I don't know whether way. And then obviously when your anniversary comes up, you like can upgrade your ring and whatever or your band or whatever the fuck.
Mm.
But you wear their wedding ring like forever, as far as my knowledge. At least to like most things.
You know, it's always interested me. Fucking
Huh.
getting your wedding band tattooed on your finger. How
Yeah.
how crazy.
My
Yeah.
dad did that.
Huh?
My dad did that.
Yeah, does it look sweet?
Looks okay.
It looks
Didn't you
okay.
say you regretted it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But he did it when he was drunk, and that's why he regrets it, man.
Mm.
Oh, that's fair enough. Usually they don't let you get drunk tattoos,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
but
You have to fake being sober like very hard.
yeah, but if you like walk into like a good shop and you're like clearly messed up, they won't even let you sign anything.
Mhm.
Like a good place would. Vegas, they'll probably let you in fucking eye
Let
closed.
me look up some marriage statistics real quick.
Oh goodness. No, but I think
Troy, you hit 315 yet?
what on squat? I haven't squatted this week. I have to go. I have to go for a big PR though because everyone's fucking smacking me apparently.
Oh, so this is interesting. The chances of a first marriage lasting at least 10 years were 68% for women and 70% for men, according to the National Survey of Family Growth. For the 20-year mark, the probability decreases to 52% for women and 56% for men.
So you'll survive the first 10 years, pretty much.
Yeah, you're
That
good.
sucks, dude. That's depressing.
I mean, I guess. I mean, because something might have changed though between maybe it's just like the social standards, but like I feel like our grandparents were always like married like significantly longer than like our parents.
Yeah,
Well,
my
it's
grandparents
because
have
they,
been together
yeah. Mhm.
like forever.
No,
Yeah.
my grandparents just hit like 53 years or some shit, which is ridiculous to think that like more than double my age they've been married.
More than 33% of men and women say they have watched a TV show or movie that affected them so much they considered breaking up. Who is that emotionally unstable that they're watching like fucking a TV show and they're like, yeah, dude, this isn't for me?
They watch Wally and then like they just get a divorce.
Yeah, that's emotional immaturity right there.
Mhm.
You know about that one.
Till death is alive and well. Nearly 60% of both men and women who are unhappy with their relationships say they would still be happy to spend eternity with their partners.
What does that mean?
It means they're miserable, but they're like, oh yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do that because I don't know, like I feel like maybe our older generations do that more. Like our new generation doesn't commit to anything, but like, I feel like
No, they can't commit to even fucking reading a book. Like, come on.
I feel like the older generation, I feel like it was definitely more accustomed to like once you're with that person, you stay with that person. Like older generation, I feel like
Yeah,
that was
but
like, a norm.
it was also accustomed to get married pretty young, really young, and not sleep around. And because of that, people aren't really able to explore who they are, and they end up in these shitty relationships.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point too. Because it's kind of like as soon as you see, what were you saying?
Don't commit until you can commit to yourself. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can't. Well, you can't expect. Well, it's like really cliche. But you can't love other people unless you love yourself. Like super.
It's fucking true. It's so true.
I mean, because if you don't like know who you are, you're not confident in yourself. You can't be like at a state where you can like appreciate someone else. Not like truly.
But on the flip side of that, there's also a factor of like you're never gonna be 100% ready, like ever. Like you're giving your trust to another person. Like you're never 100% ready to do that. Nobody is.
Well, not
Scary.
for. Well, that's like most things. Like no one's like
Yeah,
100% certain of like literally anything. So
exactly.
you gotta.
Divorce rates are declining, by the way. You've probably heard the often cited statistic that divorce rates are on the rise. Well, research shows that U.S. divorce rates have actually been declining since its peak of 40% around 1980. In fact, the chances of a first marriage lasting, okay, I already said that part, but
Yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff is like similar to that are declining because in class today we talked about how like the pregnancy rates, like teen pregnancy rates, have like declined like a lot. Like, like I feel like our like parents' generation and shit. Like, I feel like I know a lot of people that have like young parents.
Yeah. I'm looking for more. Pop on a different website real quick.
Marriage history. Would you? Okay, this is like. Well, we can just talk about like personal thing. If you were to like get married, are you like the type of person to have like some grand thing, or like go up to Hawaii, you're on a fucking island, you bring all your friends with that kind of shit, like on the beach, or you're type of like let's just go to the courthouse, like sign papers and fuck it.
Are you
Wait,
asking me?
wait,
Or
what was your question?
ask my
Like,
he's in an actual relationship.
well, I'm saying, well, hey, I don't know if it's up to like Anna, like she would just decide make these decisions,
Wait,
but
what?
but I'm just saying that like what for like say if you were to get married like eventually just like in general like are you the type of person to have like some grand ass like Hawaii go to the beach type shit or are you like the like just go to the courthouse get it over with or like in a church like simple stuff like
Um,
this
I
is a question.
I think more simple because I would want to spend that money on like a honeymoon, you know?
Yeah, because unless because I think yeah I think that's probably like the smarter idea unless you have like obviously like a stupid amount of money but like for most things I feel like it doesn't even like the spend people spend like tens of thousands of dollars on like weddings are expensive in general but people spend like over like a lot of money like on
The
weddings.
budget right here, the average budget is I don't know if you guys can see it. It's saying like 30 grand. So
I was thinking 30 I just don't want to sound dumb I was thinking about 30 but like that but I'm saying like certain people like that's a like a crazy amount of certain people so like if you're like definitely try to spend like 10 grand maybe like half of that like 15 and then like spend like have like a huge like you and your wife go on some crazy like excursion for like
Hmm.
or something I feel like that's like more valuable to spend that like honeymoon
sure.
time. What is
It's
your answer?
definitely in my opinion, like it's definitely gonna be all up to my wife. Like I don't think I have a say in it. Plus, like I have no family to attend my wedding, so like it's all up to her, whoever she is.
Well you have friends.
Yeah, I have friends. What, like 4 people from my side?
Hey
That's
man, that's
about it.
something.
I was also thinking like obviously I'm not even have a girlfriend, so obviously I'm not thinking about like that hard. But I was thinking really like whenever I get married eventually in the future, there's no way I can have like a best man. I'm gonna definitely have like one of those like non best man ass weddings. 'Cause I don't think it's even possible. I don't think it's possible. I have too many like good male friends to like decide over like
What's a non?
You
What's
could
a
just do your
non-best?
you could just do your like brother, man.
I don't have
That's
brothers.
it.
I make
That's
Jalen do it.
yeah.
I don't have brothers. I mean, jail.
I guess well, obviously, like yeah, he is a real brother to me, but I guess that you can make it like that. I guess you can make like everyone being like groomsmen. I didn't think about it that way, but I guess you could just have like a that way you just make it easy and have
That's
like
what yeah. I mean that's what I plan to do.
what to have what Isaac.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I never thought about it that way, but yeah, I guess. And then what does the best man even do? What do they do? Give the rings?
I don't really I don't really
I would
know.
just decide a
I
way.
think it doesn't matter what they do though. Like you could like I
Yeah,
don't
like oh they're supposed to give a toast, don't they? They give a toast.
Yeah,
Is that what they're
they're
supposed to do?
supposed to. They're supposed to. They don't have to. They don't have to do anything. They don't even have to show up. Huh?
I mean, it's like expected that they like do a best man toast, though. I think that's like supposed to happen. You're supposed to know that person for like a hella long time, and you're supposed to like, who do you think?
Yeah.
That's probably hella pressure, honestly. I wouldn't know what the fuck is good. So what I was thinking was literally just like an hour ago. I was thinking the same thing. Like when I eventually get like a girlfriend, like I was thinking that was like kind of had the same thing with like you and Dalton. Like obviously you got both close to both of you, so I was like obviously when you guys first met, like I want you guys to like each other, which obviously you guys do. But like I feel like girlfriend's the same way. Like if you bring someone around like your big group of friends, like say like your 4 or 5 friends that you hang out with like all the time, like and if she like doesn't click with them or like doesn't like vibe that well with them, that would be really weird. I don't know how you would work that out.
Yeah, that's why you have to. I don't know, man. You can't just be
That's
going after
why you
looks.
only have really good friends and you find a good girl. I feel like it's kind of a sign. Like if your friend and like, if you only surround yourself with good people, right? Like good values, good morals, and then your girlfriend doesn't like them, or vice versa. I don't know. That kind of says something about both, but
I think it
like
does too.
for
Yeah, because I feel like if you really are like into this girl, then she is obviously super like you, like similar like morals and values as you. So like she probably should fit into your friends that also have good values and stuff. So like no matter what, even if their personalities aren't like perfectly obviously the same, but she should be able to like be pretty like if your friend, yeah, like you said, if your friends don't like her, like and she doesn't like them or something, there's probably some kind of weird problem going on.
because vibe
Mhm.
checking is real, and if your girlfriend gets vibe checked by all your friends, no, cut that shit off.
Vibe check's definitely real, 100%. Vibe check are essential.
Back to the personality test. I got INFJ. INFJs are the best at vibe checking.
That vibe check. Certain people like vibes are definitely a real thing because if you people walk into the room and like someone's just a shitty person or just negative, like you don't even know them and they just like bring like a negative aura into the room and you just kind of like feel
Feel
down or irritated. That's like a real thing.
It's like the room is glowing green, and then when you walk in, and then like a negative person walks into the room turns like a different color. Like you can tell, like that. Yeah, like you feel that. You feel that color.
100%. But no, I definitely agree. Like surrounding yourself with people like-minded people and like warm people, you definitely shouldn't have that issue.
Yeah.
You want to wrap up this marriage segment because we definitely have a good time right now.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Because if we start something else too, we might have to rush at the end.
Are you have any closing thoughts on marriage, relationships, anything?
Get a dog. It's easier.
Yeah, dude, it's so much cheaper. It is insanely cheaper. I forgot what the exact number was, but it is insanely expensive to have a kid.
Also, if you get married, keep separate bank accounts. Don't put that shit together. You're gonna play yourself. Don't do that.
I have heard that.
That's just a trust thing, but you got. I mean, you just have to know the person.
I feel like you should have like 2 separate
It's really a
accounts.
trust thing. Like,
And
if
then-
your
I mean-
wife works super hard for her money and you work super hard for your money, you shouldn't have to ask your significant other, hey, can I spend this on this? No, just let them go out and fucking buy. Like, if she wants to
Yeah.
go buy a dress, you work hard for your money. Like, closing thought right there.
Yeah.
No,
It's definitely more simpler. Maybe a joint savings.
that's what I said. There should be one joint account and 2 separate accounts. Like one together account that you guys both like put stuff into just for like I don't know, like retirement or whatever the hell you want it to be for. And then like checking like if you guys both obviously should have jobs, then you guys can like just spend the money freely. That way there's no shared accounts, I feel like there's a lot of conflict. What you bought would you spend 5K yesterday? Like shit like that. Like it just seems like a problematic.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh man, you just spent $10,000 on Tesla fucking calls. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, like Jesus. Like,
Jeez, dude.
oh
Oh my god, dude, I'm getting fucked by Disney, dude.